Before we get started, would it be all right with you if I tell you a little bit about how I work? The first thing I'm going to do is to ask you a series of questions so that I can understand your situation and your goals so that I can tailor my actions to help you meet your goal. The next thing we're going to talk about is the ERA marketing plan. And this is just a short presentation that's going to tell you how we get your house marketed, sold, and closed. Then at that time, I'd like you to take me a preview of your house and just tell me at this time, why do you like living here and what are some of the best features of your house? And also maybe a little bit about the neighborhood and why you like living here. After we do that, I want to talk about the pricing of your home. And in order to do this, I'm going to give you some information about the local market and about your neighborhood market so that I give you all the information that you need to come up with the right price that's going to get your house sold quickly. After we have shared all of that information, I think we'll be able to come up with a mutual decision. And if you like what I have told you, you just tell me yes and we'll get started. If you don't, you can just tell me no and we'll be done. Does that sound all right with you? So here are some of the questions that I'm going to ask you so I can understand your situation. First of all, why are you selling your home and where are you moving? Are you going to live locally or are you going to move away? Then I would like to ask you when you'd like to have your house sold and closed and what's driving this. Do you have a deadline? Are you moving to a new job? Then the last question I'd like to ask you is, what is the most important thing to you in the agent and the agency that you hire? So let's talk about the ERA marketing plan. There are 5 key factors in any successful home sale, and they are price, terms, condition, location, and exposure. And the first 3, I think you can agree, the price, the terms, and condition are up to you. Number 4, location is the house is where it is. That's not something that we can control, and we cannot control the desirability of the location. The current pool of buyers out there determine where they want to live. For them, more desirable to live in your neighborhood or another neighborhood. The last thing, exposure, is what's my job. And in ERA, we try to market your home so that we maximize the exposure. And all that means is that we try to get your house and the information about your house in front of as many potential buyers as possible. That way we can get a faster sale. Now the ERA marketing plan, the local side, let's talk about that first. First of all, as soon as I list your house, we'll put it on the local MLS. And that's just the multi-listing service. And that is the place where all the real estate agents in the area go to find the houses that are for sale, information about the house, and see some pictures of your house. That's why it's going to be very important for us to get some really good pictures. The next thing we would do is put a yard sign in your yard, and I make sure that all of my information is on that sign. I'll have my email, my website, and my phone number on there. So if they have any questions, they can quickly get a hold of me and ask those questions. The next thing that I use are flyers, and I use flyers of your home, and this is what a typical flyer looks like. It'll have photos of your house with the best features. It'll have all the information about your house, and it'll have all of my information so that if they have any other questions, they can get in touch with me. I use these for open houses. So if we decided that we wanted to open your house for the public to come and view it one Sunday afternoon, then I would create some flyers and hand them out to everybody who comes so that they can take this away with them, and later on when they're thinking about the houses that they looked at, they would have this to remember your house by. I also use that for buyer agent networking. So again, as soon as I list your house, I would create an email with this flyer attached to it, and I would send it out to all of the local agents so that it would kind of feature your house out of all the ones that are being listed every day. They would see it, see the pictures, and know immediately if they needed to, if they had a buyer they were working with. The other thing I would use that for, the flyer for, is for neighborhood notification. And I do this one of two ways. I can send out a mailing to all your neighbors saying this is house for sale, tell them about the house, and ask them if they know anyone who would like to move into their neighborhood. I've also gone into neighborhoods and just knocked on doors, shake people's hands, and given the flyer and asked them that same question. The last thing that I want to talk about here is just social media. I have a Facebook page and a business Facebook page. So again, as soon as I listed your house, I would go to Facebook and post it on there. And they also have a way that I can take out an ad in Facebook, and I can pick out the number of people I want to target and the audience I want to target, and then I send that out as a broadcast to the local area. Now, we've talked about local marketing, but there's also national and international. And national, we have hundreds of websites that we put throughout the United States so that anyone who's coming into your area will have access to information about your house. Because statistically, we know that 60% of all homes are sold locally, but 40% are sold to people coming in from out of town. So why is international exposure important? Because there are companies that work in the United States and periodically from out of the United States, China, Europe, and they periodically send employees over here to work at the places in the United States. So we also have websites that they can access in their location to find out what's available in Jonesboro. And one of the other marketing tools that we use are virtual tours. So a video would be created, a YouTube video would be created of your home, and there would be a link that they can click on to see a video of your home. The last thing that I want to talk about are two ways that we get information about your home immediately to buyers, because that's something that everybody wants right now. Is if they see a house that they like, they want the immediate information about it immediately. So we have a text ERA. It's a writer that sits on top of the sign, and there is a text code that they can put into their phone and immediately get your information. The other thing is a free downloadable app to their mobile phone. And all they have to do on that is to put the address of your house. If they happen to be driving by in the neighborhood and they want to know about your house, they can put the address of your house in there and get all the information they need.